Hey there, I'm 12, and welcome back to BrochStory. Now, yes, I'm wearing this head just because it breathes a little better than my Roblox one. And today, I'm here to talk about my love slash hate for a game called Neopets. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's, how do I describe Neopets? It's kind of like a point and click game. Of course, you have your little animals on the side, and you can dress them up and stuff like that. So I'll start with what I don't like about it first, and then end with what I do like, just so it's not all negative. So basically, Neopets has remained the same for the last, oh boy, I'm gonna age myself here. 19 plus years I've been playing it, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, hey, it works. There's over how many billion players playing it, including me. And yes, I've left a few times and then come back just because, well, I've been playing it since I was way younger, so it's kind of hard to leave a game like that when it's part of your childhood and all that. But that's actually what leads me into why I don't like Neopets. For me, it's not the game itself. It's not the fact that it hasn't never got an update until now because Flash is going away, yada yada yada. It's it's more the new staff of the game that bugs me. And it's see, I know this is typical, like you're an old player of the game and you're yakking on about how back in my day it was better. Now I don't know because I never really had too much experience with the old Neopet team other than I think one time getting my account back from them, but that was way back in the day when you could call them up. Yes, they had a phone number. That went swimmingly, so it's, But, yes, with the new Neopet team, who I guess is, I guess they sold it to Jumpstart from, what was it, Viacom? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I don't remember the name of the other company, but I don't know, it seems like this new group doesn't really seem to care about their players too much. And I'm not saying that they, that sounds so bad. I'm not saying that they don't care and as in like, they're letting the game go, because they're not. But, I don't know, I feel like for them it's a little more about the money than the player. And don't get me wrong, I know that when you have a company and such, you gotta eat. I mean, come on. That's why they have that little, what do you want to call it? That's why they have that mall on Neopets. You pay real money for it, and then you get these little backgrounds and such that move and whatnot. So they get it. They gotta pay their bills. I mean, come on. If it's free to play, I can get that it's a little more difficult to, keep your lights on. But it's, I don't know. I feel like the old Neopet team took a better balance in terms of, or had a better balance rather, in terms of, yes, we're making money here because we're a corporation and we need to eat and pay our employees and caring about the player. That being said, though, I've always had a beef with if somebody steals one of your items or something like that they can't get it back. Only because this was a bunch of years later, but I played this other game, Animal Jam. Some of you might be familiar with it. I'm not sure. But the desktop version, not the I call it 3D version, but either way. So I played that game for a bit. It was nice. And I had lost something. Somebody, my own fault. And I kind of knew going into it that I would, and I just chalked up to, you know what, it was my own fault I lost if they scammed me, should have known better. But then, the next thing I knew, it was back in my inventory, and I was like, what? Huh? They got it back from me, and I didn't even ask. There it was, like, returned to me. Here you go. So, I know that games are capable of doing that. Designers or whatever. And my other big beef was that when the new Neopet came out, I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm not gonna try. But it's a new like bird like thing. If you play, you've probably seen it before. But anywho, I was so excited because I thought, oh, new pet finally completing the alphabet. Yes, that's the word. Oh, your boy is so dumb. Telling me, I think you don't make a video for a while, and anyway. So I was so freaking excited when they came out because it was like, ooh, new content, new pet, yada yada. But it turns out they can't wear any of the clothing that was made before they came out. And it's like, no, don't get me wrong, I don't understand anything about developing a game, making a game. I've never done that. Never tried. Because I know I'm not going to say I can't, I probably could. But it probably looked like something I threw together in MS Paint at the end of the day. Let's be real here. My lack of skill. But anyway, so yes, new pet came out. I was so excited for it, but then when they couldn't wear any of the older stuff, it was like the older clothing items. It was like, what? How can you not make that possible? I mean, I played other games where they come out with a new animal or whatnot, or new pet, whatever you want to call them, new avatar, and that avatar or pet or whatever can wear everything, every piece of clothing item, new or old or in the middle, that the game made. So I kind of don't get why they couldn't implement that on Neopets. I mean, like I say, I'm not trying to say, oh, it's so easy. No, I imagine it's complicated, especially a game like that. But then again, Animal Jam is a 2D game where you can kind of wander around in the environment. So, and they seem to do that relatively easily, so I don't get it. But, like I say, that's just my beefs with Neopets. Like I say, I still play it. I've quit for a while and then come back just because, like I say, when something's a part of your childhood and such, it's a bit hard to walk away from it forever. And, it is a fun game, and with that, I will lead into what I like about Neopets. What's great about it is you can make some pretty good friends on there, like any other game. You chat in your little guild or whatever, which is just a fancy word for a group, I guess, if you want to put it like that. If you really are curious as to what guild means, then just look it up. But either way, you can make some pretty good friends on there. I mean, I've made like a good 2 or 3 lifelong friends just because of playing that game and talking to them for so long, and etc. So it's the community is awesome, and the other good thing about it is that it really teaches you how to save for things, because there's certain, like any other game, there's certain things inside game that are more expensive than others, like paintbrushes, or that just turns your pet a different color when you paint them with it, and then morphing potions, which pretty self-explanatory, I would think. And so it really, that was the first time that I had been exposed, if you will, for lack of better words, to saving for something, and actually having to be like, wait, I shouldn't buy that thing with my Neo points because I want to save for this other big thing, and in the long run, I'll be happier to save for said big thing rather than just spending it all in little increments and then not have enough for said big thing later. And in fact, crazy as that may sound, that translated into when I got older and got a job and everything, it was so much easier for me to kind of translate that into real life. And when I got my paycheck, be able to know how to save for something in real life and not, not that I would, but, like spend my money all at once, kind of a thing. And it really taught me a good life skill in terms of, like I said, saving for stuff, or, maybe not buying that candy bar today because I'm trying to save for something like this Fursuit head guy. You know, so it's a really good game in those respects. You can make some really good friends. It teaches you about saving, and well, I mean, it teaches you, but you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, you know what I'm trying to convey here. But yes, saving and just general kind of exposure, quote unquote. And I say that in quotes because you know you're behind a screen, and so with the other people, so you're not really interacting with them per se, but you kind of are. But it's either way, it teaches you a good bit about looking out for people that might want to scam you, or you know, just recognizing even through chatting on the computer, hey, wait, this sounds off. I shouldn't interact with you. You're gonna try to take my money or something. You know, like that kind of a thing. So it taught me a lot about that too. So like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just I think with those, all that being said, I could use improvements in that area. But you know, they've got a new beta going because Flash is going away, and I really like the new style. It's very refreshing and all that. I only haven't switched to it and used it yet because it's super laggy, and you know, I don't know. I guess at the moment there's really not much you can do about said lag, but you know, hopefully when the full version of it comes out, you know, at the end of this year, it'll have lots of little bugs worked out and fixed. Because, like I say, it really looks nice, and it's a nice, refreshing change from seeing that same sidebar and everything just over all the years of playing Neopets. Well, that's my spiel. Bit of a long one this time, but hope you enjoyed. And got any questions or anything? Feel free to throw them at me in the comments, and I'll see you next time.